There's no way they just randomly threw Cody into the Vision War Games match.
What did LA Knight do?
It makes zero sense. Cody should be in a 4-way or a 3-way. What? At Survivor Series with Aleister Black, Damian Priest, and Drew if it's 4. Then strap up Black. What are we doing?
And let me know your wrestling hot takes down in the comments below. It can be current day or it can be in history, and you'll have a chance of being in the next episode.
Going with Cody over LA Knight? Nah. I just feel like I've said it so much recently. We so desperately need another WWE draft. Because I know it's War Games season. But why is your SmackDown WWE champion showing up on Raw randomly and getting involved in Raw business anyway? You've got plenty of great talents like LA Knight that you could have used. It would have made way more storyline sense. Plus, Cody is in a feud, like you said, with Drew McIntyre and Aleister Black now.
With Damian Priest just flowing around doing Damian Priest things.
The title being defended at Survivor Series against Aleister Black would have made so much more sense. Because McIntyre got suspended and he's off filming a project right now.
It's everyone against me! Everybody against me! My back's against the wall!
But people are speculating that LA Knight is being punished.
And before I go too much further, I just want to say congratulations, new Grand Slam champion John Cena.
And there has been a couple of signifiers. On Monday Night Raw, his interview got cut short.
But when it comes down to me and John Cena, my man, what you gotta find out is your time is up.
Oh my God.
Which you could argue is just because he ran over time, but realistically he had a couple of words left. It felt a little on purpose. Especially when you have a guy saying, your time is up, my time, and then you cut him off on that. Come on, you know what you were doing. Then, dummy, yeah. The fact he isn't in War Games is absolutely mental. People are assuming it's because he showed the We Want LA Knight Not Jay sign on Raw. Some people think maybe he's just fallen out of favor a little bit because it was revealed that he is not in the top merch sellers for 2025. Listen, man, whatever it is, the story needs to be finished. The man has been chasing the world championship all year. Not a hot take, but you were one of the YouTubers that helped me watch wrestling even more when I got to start watching again, so thank you, man. Aww. It always means the world to me when people say stuff like this. It's the little things like, hey man, your weekly show reviews help me keep up with the product. Or stuff like, your videos help me laugh through a tough time in my life. It's stuff like that that really means the world to me, so no, thank you. Kyrie got rewarded for being a loyal student to Asuka by becoming tag champs with her by Kyrie's own finisher. I don't understand how one moment we have extremely well done storytelling, and then the next we have AJ Lee somewhere off in the Milky Way, no longer feuding with Becky. Okay, first of all, I love Kairi Sane. You are absolutely right. Her payoff was having that moment and becoming servient to Asuka.
But I'ma have to defend Mother once again.
The AJ Lee Becky Lynch feud, I don't think it's over. I'm fairly confident that AJ Lee will be back for War Games. However, in the meantime, I'm really enjoying Maxine Dupree getting some storyline time. You guys have to remember, AJ Lee didn't come back and suddenly stop kicking ass everywhere else in her life. She's still got other stuff going on.
Now granted, you're gonna say, but Deonte, she said she was back full time.
I'm sure she'll be more consistent heading into 2026, but right now I'm not stressing it. They may even do a thing where next week at MSG, Maxine Dupree narrowly loses in her match against Becky. Becky is giving it this and that. Afterwards, she's fighting, and then boom, AJ Lee comes out afterwards to either humble Becky or save Maxine Dupree. Then you insert AJ and Becky into War Games, and there you go, we're off again. Am I the only one that doesn't think Gunther should face Cena? Dude is the longest reigning IC champion, longest reigning NXT UK champion, two-time World Heavyweight champion, King of the Ring winner, and the guy that retired Goldberg. Not exactly a young talent that could benefit from the opportunity. I disagree personally, because yes, he is established on main roster, that much is true. However, I think 2025 has been a real up and down year for the ring general. Losing to Jey Uso did do a lot of damage to the aura he had spent years building up. He still has an insane list of accomplishments, but heading into 2026 as the guy who retired Cena, it'll do wonders for whoever beats Gunther next and slays him again, whether it's Ilya Dragunov again or Obafemi or whoever. Knowing WWE, it'll be Joe Hendry.
Say his name and
Mind you, by the way, you're saying someone is already too established to be further put over? May I point you in the direction of Seth freaking and Rollins, who in 2025, small-known upcoming wrestler Seth Rollins won Money in the Bank, another world title, and the main event of WrestleMania. So if he is still getting accomplishments galore, I don't think we should stop for Gunther just yet.
Also, by the way, fuck Jey Uso, actually.
I saw this guy at a Chelsea advert. Oh, fuck you. I spent many months trying to defend him just for him to rep the Dirty Blues and a brand deal. Ugh. Give that guy a United jersey. Although, the concept of Jey Uso saying yeet-ited, you know what, actually, you can keep him. I'm good. I'm just tired of seeing Jey. Yeah, me too. Fuck that guy. As nice as the moment was, Cena winning the IC title doesn't do anyone any favors apart from making him Grand Slam champion. He'll be an absentee champion since he only has 2 dates left, so it doesn't matter if he drops the title at Survivor Series or SNME. It'll be an objectively bad and forgettable reign compared to if he had won the title years ago. For the most part, I completely disagree with you. Although what I will give you is John Cena winning it, and I think it probably would have been around 2015, 2016 when he should have won it initially. I think him winning it at a different point and doing maybe a different kind of open challenge, it would have been better, you know, in his legacy. But I think it does a lot in a very short space of time at the same time. It gives Cena the Grand Slam, but also someone is going to beat him within the next month. And whoever retires him, whoever takes the belt, maybe it's the same person. It will benefit whoever those 2 people or whoever that one person is heading into 2026. DDJ, this is not a Raw hot take. I'm American, but I'm 1% British. So does that make me British? I'm asking you because you're British. So I'm light brown and British and can go to England now.
Am I having another stroke? What the fuck? What?
I'm actually, as a border control worker, I officially deny your request to enter the Queen's England.
The Queen's dead, dumbass.
Oh, well then come on over, do whatever the hell you want, I don't care. While I'm not sure how well Raquel beating Stephanie would have gone over, because WWE haven't really built Raquel up as a top contender for the main women's championship, I would have no qualms with Raquel becoming the women's IC champion, because she's really stepped up her game, not only looking like more of a monster in the ring, but she's shown more personality just in her recent backstage segments with the Judgment Day than she ever had before. I'm gonna be so for real. I obviously love Nikki Bella, duh, and I certainly love Stephanie Vacay. However, I do disagree and think they have built up Raquel enough this year, to the point where if she did win the belt, it certainly would have been a shocking Raw moment in the grand scheme of things, but not entirely unjustified or unearned. However, her winning the world title would have just extended the Judgment Day saga, which you've got to imagine is entering its swan song era by now, unless of course that idea of Chris Jericho coming in and making them his painmakers happens. Then here's another 3 years of the Judgment Day clubhouse. But the idea of Big Mommy Cool being IC champion like Diesel, sign me up. I think that stepping stone is certainly something she's earned and would be great at. Maybe the path is Maxine Dupree shockingly winning her first singles title in a Rocky Balboa moment, and then she is completely brought back down to earth by Raquel Rodriguez in her first challenge. Maxine has to climb a mountain again after losing her rematch. Then maybe when Liv Morgan comes back, her revenge tour sees her leave the Judgment Day. Either Liv comes back and wins the IC title from Raquel, and you know, that's the dissension in the Judgment Day, or Roxanne wins her first singles gold on main roster through the dissension of the Judgment Day as well. Either way, I think the future of the IC championship for the women is really bright. I think it's been booked pretty well within its first year, and both champions have added credibility and legacy to the belt. With War Games here to stay, WWE should bring back bragging rights as their SmackDown vs. Raw PLE. I'm gonna be real with you, Alex. All I heard was SmackDown vs. Raw, so I'm in. But I did actually love bragging rights as a kid. I love the posters and the branding behind it. And like I said, I'm tired of brands not having any degree of separation, so I'd love to see it come back. I want superstars to go to war for their GMs again. This year is probably the first year since its inception in which a Hell in a Cell match never took place. It just shows how bad WWE has become in terms of booking feuds. I actually think that it's a great thing. I like how they've stopped doing the pay-per-view and only use it when it's needed. Like we saw with Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk, for example, at Bad Blood. I feel the same should happen to Money in the Bank. The Money in the Bank match used to be one of my favorites of the entire year, but over the years, it's felt so not special. I think it's a mix between the pay-per-view being overdone and too predictable, but also having so many people lose their cash-ins over the years has sullied its momentum. I'd love it if they brought it back to WrestleMania and gave the gimmick pay-per-view a break for a while. You could have the men's match on one night and the women's match on the other night. Anyway, cash in your briefcase on that subscribe button. Bye!